Hey everyone, Shun here with an upcoming fall 2017 anime video. Didn't have the time to make videos during the summer as I was busy playing Persona 5 and also had laser eye surgery. Also, for later upcoming videos from now on, I'll only be announcing its release as the story should be obvious if you watched the first season. But anyways, let's get into the video. I'll start things off with Shokugeki no Soma Season 3, Sa no Sara, which is a direct continuation to Ni no Sara. The season will follow the battle against the Council of 10, which is the student council at the Culinary Academy formed by the 10 best students. I would say this is the most anticipated series for the season at the very least for me personally. Anime by JC Stat, this series started airing on October 3rd. 6 HP, 6 Hearts Princess. The first episode of the anime was unfinished at airing time. It aired within an hour-long block with the first 22 minutes being animation, and the rest of the block consisting of documentary of the anime's creation and an apology from director Takashi Murakami. Murakami currently plans to release 2 more episodes and a finished first episode, animated by Panko-tan. This aired on September 24th. Omiai Aite wa Oshiego, Tsuyoki na Mondaiji. Nano is a popular teacher who is admired by students. Only Soji, a male student, gives her trouble. One day, someone she knows introduced her for an arranged marriage. Nano is worried at first, but later becomes frank with the man she meets and is in a good mood. Later, she realizes that he is Soji, who is disguised as someone else. Even though she rejects the arranged marriage, Soji still comes to pursue her. Anime by 7, this started airing on October 2nd. Gintama Porori-hen is the 6th season of Gintama. Anime by Bandai Namco Pictures, this airs on October 2nd. UQ Holder, Mahou Sensei Negima 2. In the decades since the world became aware of the existence of magic, the world has undergone massive change. However, a boy named Tota lives in seclusion in a rural town far removed from these changes. His ordinary life is highlighted by his magic-using female teacher and his supportive friends. When his tranquil daily life is disrupted, he embarks on a unique adventure. Anime by JC Stat, this started airing on October 3rd. Osomatsu-san Season 2 is the second season of Osomatsu-san about the sextuplet sons. Anime by Studio Pierrot, this started airing on October 3rd. Black Clover. In a world where magic is everything, Asta and Yuno are both found abandoned at a church on the same day. While Yuno is gifted with exceptional magical powers, Asta is the only one in this world without any. Being opposite but good rivals, Yuno and Asta are ready for the hardest of challenges to achieve their common dream to be the Wizard King. Anime by Studio Pierrot, this started airing on October 3rd. Cinderella Girls Gekijou Season 2 is the second season of Cinderella Girls Gekijou. Anime by Gathering, this started airing on October 3rd. Sengoku Night Blood. Set in the flourished world of Jinga that was formerly a prosperous and peaceful realm, the female protagonist is deemed to be the key to bring back order and to rule this world. Chaos started when people, specifically soldiers, who had special powers like turning into vampires and a man-wolf, called the Getsugasaku, fight for their land. These soldiers of different species would put their life on the line and fight as they follow their thoughts and ideals. This is a story of love and war that she must not miss in order to rule the world. Anime by Typhoon Graphics, this started airing on October 3rd. Juuni Taisen, 12 warriors who are burdened with the names of the 12 Chinese zodiac members, fight with each other's lives and pride at stake, all to grant just one wish. Anime by Graphinica, this started airing on October 3rd. Infini-T Force. The original manga follows a young girl who summons a team of superheroes to save people. The anime adaptation will not adapt the story exactly. Anime by Tatsunoko Production, this started airing on October 4th. Konohana Kitan. In a village inhabited by yokai, the lives of several Fox Mononoke working in a hot spring inn. The story revolves around a new employee, Yuzu. Yuzu had always been living in the mountains, but now has to adjust to a new life working in a high-class inn. She is oblivious and clumsy at first, but with her simple cuteness, she is able to get along with all the other foxes. Anime by Ryokou, this started airing on October 4th. Urahara. Several years from now, the great cities of the world will be destroyed by creatures from another planet. Their next target is Tokyo's famed Harajuku district. Only a trio of treasure-seeking shopgirls can help to save the day. Anime by EMT Square and Shirogumi, this starts airing on October 4th. TsukiPro The Animation. The music anime will follow the daily lives and associated drama of 4 of TsukiPro's very unique groups, Solid S, Quell, Sora, and Growth. Anime by PRA, this started airing on October 4th. Just because. At the end of the second semester of the 3rd year of high school, 4 students are prepared for graduation and feel the ending to their high school life. But that changes a little with the arrival of a transfer student. Anime by Pine Jam, this airs on October 5th. Ousama The Animation. Nobuaki Kanazawa, who transferred to a high school far away, is afraid of getting intimate with his new classmates because of the events that happened from his previous school. However, he starts to open up during the sports festival's class relay. He and all his classmates received an email from Ousama. At first, his classmates didn't take what they were told seriously, thinking it's just a joke, but Nobuaki, the only one who knows the real meaning of it, fights against the death game that will soon begin. Anime by 7, this started airing on October 5th. Dynamic Chord. The project follows the musical careers and personal lives of several bands under the Dynamic Chord agency and music label. Anime by Studio Pierrot, this started airing on October 6th. Love Kome, We Love Rice, second season, is the second season of Love Kome, We Love Rice, about rice appreciation pretty much. Anime by Encourage Films, this started airing on October 6th. Shoujo Shuumatsu Ryokou. Civilization is dead, but Chito and Yori are still alive. So they hop aboard their beloved Kentencrad motorbike and aimlessly wander the ruins of the world they once knew. Day after hopeless day, they look for their next meal and fuel for their ride. But as long as the two are together, even an existence as bleak as theirs has a ray or two of sunshine in it. For two girls in a world full of nothing, the experiences and feelings the two share give them something to live for. Anime by White Fox, this starts airing on October 6th. Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World, the animated series. The story follows the travels of Kino, a young adventurer who rides a talking motorcycle named Hermes. They explore the people and cultures of different places throughout their adventure, spending only 3 days at each location. Anime by Ryokou, this started airing on October 6th. Dies Irae, a series of brutal murders in which the victims are decapitated, begins to strike the city. Strangely, at the same time, Ren Fuji starts to have terrifying nightmares of being beheaded by a guillotine. But these are just a prelude to the painful and terrifying battles to come. Their daily life has turned inside out. People with powers are prowling the alleys. The town has become a battlefield as Ren is consumed by insane happenings beyond his imagination. Anime by ACGD, this starts airing on October 7th. Garo, Vanishing Line. The story is set in a prosperous city named Russell City. Even as the city celebrates its success, a conspiracy that threatens to shake its world begins to move within it. A man named Sword is the first to hear the first stirrings of the plot and throws himself into a shadow war in order to expose it. Anime by Mappa, this starts airing on October 7th. Yukiyuna wa Yusha de Aru. Yusha no Sho is the sequel to the Yukiyuna wa Yusha de Aru series. Anime by Studio Gokumi, this starts airing on October 7th. Time Boken Gyakushu no San-Akunin is a sequel to Time Boken Nijuyon series. Anime by Tatsunoko, this airs on October 7th. Classicaloid Season 2 is the second season of Classicaloid. Anime by Sunrise, this starts airing on October 7th. Code Realized Sosei no Himegimi. Cardia has a deadly poison residing in her body and as a result gets called a monster by others. One night she meets a mysterious man calling himself Arsene Lupin, who leads her to industrial London. From there she meets various people uncovering the truths and real stories behind the strange people and land in an attempt to recover her memories and search for her father who holds the keys to her memories in London. Anime by MSC, this starts airing on October 7th. Hoseki no Kuni. The manga's story takes place in the distant future where a new life form called Hoseki is born. Hoseki means gems, and the 28 gems must fight against the Tsukijin, or moon people, who want to attack them and turn them into decorations. So each gem is assigned a role such as fighter or a medic, kinda like classes in a way. Anime by Orange, this series starts airing on October 7th. Love Live Sunshine Season 2 is the second season of Love Live Sunshine and is a spin-off series to the original Love Live series if it wasn't obvious enough already. Anime by Sunrise, this starts airing on October 7th. Dido Master Side M is an animation project based on Bandai Namco Entertainment's digital dramatic idol training card game. Anime by Emo Pictures, this airs on October 7th. 2-Card, the anime set on Miyake Island, a small and sparsely populated island south of Tokyo, but still lies within the boundaries of the Tokyo metropolis. The main characters are Yuri Miyata and Megumi Meguro. Both are students at the Tokyo Metropolitan Miyake Girls High School. While they are the complete opposites of each other, they complement each other well during races. The team will fight other motorcycle sidecar teams from all over Japan. Anime by Silverlink, this airs on October 8th. Blend S. Sakura no Miyamaika is by nature a person with bad luck and always gets into trouble, but knows Dino, who manages a cafeteria. However, it is not any cafeteria, and the waitresses have to act according to their attributes. Anime by A1 Pictures, this starts airing on October 8th. Hozuki no Ritetsu second season is a sequel to Hozuki no Ritetsu by Studio Dean this season instead of Wit Studio. This will air on October 8th. Maotokai no Yome, or The Ancient Magus's Bride, is a series by Wit Studio, whom you might know from Attack on Titan, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, or Seraph of the End. It's a slice-of-life fantasy-type series about a 16-year-old girl named Hattori Chise, who has thus far lived a life of neglect and sorrow, with no hopes for the future. In her darkest hour, one fateful day, in a chance encounter during a slave auction, she is sold off to a strange man with the head of a beast. This man is a magus, or sorcerer, decides to free this girl from captivity. Not only that, he proclaims that he will make her his apprentice and his bride. This series starts airing on October 8th. Kekai Sensen and Beyond is the second season of Kekai Sensen. Anime by Bones, this starts airing on October 8th. Anime Gatarizu, the anime centers on Minowa Asagaya. The anime centers on Minowa Asagaya, a new high school student in Sakaneko Private High School. Despite being a novice to anime, Minowa's classmate Arisu Kamigusa invites her to make an anime research club at school. Minowa gradually gets hooked on anime. While they stand against the student council's continuous efforts to disband their club, and they ignore the impending end of the world, they talk about anime, whether in Akiba or in real-life sacred place anime settings, or sometimes the hot springs. Anime by WoW World, this airs on October 8th. Imodosai Irabai. This is the story about the daily life of a young sitcom novelist Itsuki Hashima with his perfect little sister Chihiro, the genius illustrator Nayuta Kani, and his best friend Shirakawa Kyoto and some insane partners from his publishers. Anime by Silverlink, this starts airing on October 8th. Kujo wa no koro wa Shoujo ni utau. Chakuro is the 14-year-old archivist of a nigh-utopian island that floats across the surface of an endless sea of sand. 9 in 10 of the inhabitants of the mud whale have been blessed and cursed with the ability to use Saimia, special powers that doomed them to an early death. Chakuro and his friends have stumbled across other islands and meets a girl who will change his destiny. Anime by JC Staff, this airs on October 8th. Himoto Umaru-chan Aru is the second season of Himoto Umaru-chan. Really fun lively show that might not appeal to everybody, I'm just saying. Anime by Doga Kobo, this airs on October 9th. Natoju no Susume. Moniko Morioka is a 30-year-old single neat woman. After dropping out from reality, she has taken off in search for a fulfilling life and ended up in a net game or netoge. In the netoge world, she began her new life as a refreshing and handsome character named Hayashi. While starting out as a beginner, a pretty character named Lily reached out to help her. Meanwhile, in the real world, awaits a shocking encounter with a good-looking elite company employee, a mysterious blue-eyed blonde. Anime by Signal MD, this airs on October 9th. Wake Up Girls Shinso is the sequel to the movie Wake Up Girls Beyond the Bottom, and made by Miru Pansei, this airs on October 10th. Evil or Live. In this modern society, a new kind of illness is striking young boys and girls. Loneliness, disbelief, and outrage push this generation to grow more and more attached to internet and technologies. The experts call these symptoms net addiction. To cure this condition, a certain rehabilitation facility has been set up to lead the young men back to the right path. Little do people know that this facility is nothing more than a prison. Anime by Howliners Animation, this airs on October 11th. Boku no Kanojo ga Majime Sugiru Sho Bichi na Ken. With nothing left to lose, ordinary high school student Haruka Shinozaki confesses to beautiful and diligent class representative Akiho Kosaka, and to his surprise, she accepts. Kosaka takes dating as seriously as she does everything else, but does not quite get it. She pragmatically suggests activities that are too sexual. Anime by Diomedia and Studio Blanc, this airs on October 12th. Inuyashiki has a family, a wife, and 2 kids, none of which care about him. When he learns that he has 3 months to live, he realizes that the only one who will miss him is his dog. Shortly after his realization, he is killed in a crash landing by aliens. He is rebuilt by them as a machine with a human exterior, because, you know, they had the technology. How will his life change now that he isn't human? Anime by Mappa, this starts airing on October 13th. RoboMasters, the animated series, is an anime based on the DGI-hosted RoboMasters competition, which is the world's biggest student robotics competition, animated by Dandelion Animation Studio and Gonzo. This airs on October 13th. Sangatsu no Ryan Season 2 is the sequel to Sangatsu no Ryan, animated by Shaft. This airs on October 14th. Izudatte Boku no Kore Ju Senchidatta. The anime tells the story of Honeyworks' Hatsukoi no Ihon, or the picture book of the first love, and Ippun Ichibyo Kimi to Boku no, Yours and My, 1 minute and 1 second, music videos with added elements. Anime by Raduse, this airs on November 25th. Next, we'll move on to the anime films being released this season. Haikyuu Movie 3 Sai no Tosensu is a compilation film portraying the match against Aoba Josai High School in the TV anime series. Anime by Production IG, this premiered on September 15th. Haikyuu Movie 4 Concepto no Tatakai is also a compilation film covering the match against Shiratorizawa Academy. This premiered on September 29th. Hyokyo Shien Eureka 7 High Evolution 1. The movies will tell the story of the phenomenon known as the First Summer of Love that took place 10 years before the first Eureka 7 anime, but was never depicted in full. The movies will then follow the main storyline of the first TV anime and contain new dialogues and scenes, revised footage, as well as a new ending not present in the original series. Anime by Bones, this premiered on September 16th.
Hyokyo Shien Eureka 7 High Evolution.
Digimon Adventure Todai 5 Kyosei is the 5th Digimon Adventure Todai film, animated by Toei Animation. This premiered on September 30th. Hibike Euphonium Movie Todoketai Melody is a flashback film looking back at the 2nd season of the TV anime, animated by Kyoto Animation. This film premiered on September 30th.
Gekijou版響けユーフォニアム届けたいメロディー
Yaomushi Pedal Regeneration is a film compiling the 3rd season of New Cuts of Animation, animated by TMS Entertainment. This premieres on October 13th. Code Geass Hangyaku no Lelouch 1 Kodo is the first of 3 films compiling the Code Geass Hangyaku no Lelouch TV anime, animated by Sunrise. This premieres on October 21st. Free Take Your Marks is the sequel to the Free Timeless Medley compilation films. The story takes place in March, with Haruka dealing with graduation from high school. It depicts 4 stories set in the days of early spring, before the characters advance to the next starting blocks for their futures, and what lies ahead. Animated by Kyoto Animation, this premieres on October 28th. Kira Kira Precure alla modo. Pari to amore no midafuru. Of course, we have to have a Precure movie for the season, and this is it. The Precure members go to France as part of a cooking competition. While in France, Sieru is suddenly unable to change into her Precure form, and her sweets making is going badly as well. During the competition, suddenly the streets of Paris turn to sweets. Animated by Toei Animation, this premieres on October 28th. Dance with Devils Fortuna is an alternate retelling of the Dance with Devils TV anime series with 6 different endings at different screening times for each of the 6 lead male characters. And made by Brainspace, this premieres on November 4th.
Dance with Devils Fortuna.
Gochumon wa Usagi desu ka? Dear My Sister, translated as Is the Order a Rabbit? Dear My Sister. This special episode was supposed to be released during spring but was postponed to November 11th. No synopsis was revealed yet, but it will be a sequel to the 2nd season, and judging by the title and visual, we'll probably see the return of Kokoe's older sister Mocha. Perhaps the special will be about their sisterly bond? This will be animated by Production DOA.
Dear My Sister 映画館で待ってます
Haikara-san ga Toru Movie 1 Benio Hana no 17 sai. The story follows Benio Hanamura, or Haikara-san, who lost her mother when she was very young and has been raised by her father, a high-ranking official in the Japanese army. As a result, she has grown into a tomboy. Contrary to traditional Japanese notions of femininity, she studies kendo, drinks sake, dresses in often outlandish-looking Western fashions instead of the traditional kimono, and is not as interested in housework as she is in literature. She also rejects the idea of arranged marriages and believes in women's rights to a career and to marry for love. Animated by Nippon Animation, this premieres on November 11th.
劇場版ハイカラさんが通る前編紅花の17歳
Godzilla Movie 1 Kaiju Wakuse. The last summer of the 20th century. That day, the human beings learned that they are not the only ruler of the planet Earth. The appearance of the giant living creatures, Kaijus, and the ultimate existence that destroys all monsters, Godzilla. The humans eventually escape Earth. The young man on the immigrant ship Haruo, who saw his parents killed by Godzilla in front of his eyes when he was 4 years old, had only one thing in his mind for 20 years: to return to the Earth and defeat Godzilla. Animated by Polygon Pictures, this premieres on November 17th.
Godzilla Kaiju Wakuse.
Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt Bandit Flower is a compilation film of the 2nd season of Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt, animated by Sunrise. This premieres on November 18th. Additionally, Mobile Suit Gundam Twilight Axis Akaki Zanne is another theatrical short compilation film with added new scenes shown together with Bandit Flower and also animated by Sunrise. And finally, most likely the most anticipated anime film of the season is Face Day Night Heaven's Feel Pre-Sage Flower. This is self-explanatory. I'm definitely most excited for the new Face Day Night Heaven's Feel movie coming out next season. Since Unlimited Blade works, I've heard many news that the new Heaven's Feel route was certainly going to be adapted. This anime will be a trilogy, so we're getting 3 whole movies. No doubt about it that this is going to be mind-blowing. For those not too familiar with how the Face Day Night series works, the anime is mainly based off the visual novel, and the visual novel has 3 routes that you can pursue. The Fate route, which focuses on Saber as the main heroine, the Unlimited Blade Works route that focuses on Rin and Archer, and lastly the Heaven's Feel route, which centers around Sakura. In contrast to the Fate and Unlimited Blade Works route, the Heaven's Feel route is the longest and most complex that covers more lore and backstory behind the Holy Grail War. This route is also the darkest of the 3 routes as it contains elements of horror and suspense. So potentially, this anime could become one of the most interesting anime yet out of all the Fate anime. If you haven't watched the previous Fate series such as Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works by Ufotable, it's not entirely necessary as they all start from the same setting and plot, but I think the experience will definitely be more fulfilling if you did so just to see the differences between the 3 routes. This will be obviously animated by Ufotable, and the first part of the Heaven's Feel films will be released on October 14th. This concludes the anime being released for this fall season. Hope this helped you in any way for figuring out what you want to watch. Thanks for watching, and until next time.